Good evening, everyone. This is Joanna, and this evening I would like to share with you how I get my nail looks that look like this, and some of you may already know or already do this. Um, and I just want to share with you how I do this background. I had said that I would come back and I would use this plate. Since you've already seen looks with this heart and the last one that I did with this right here off of this plate, I decided this evening to use this design right here just because I hadn't used it, and I figured if I'm going to demonstrate this look, I should at least use a different pattern that you haven't seen. And this is in real time, so that's why one hand is done and the other is not, so I will get on with it. I will list the colors as I use them. My base color here is this Essie color, and this is called The Girls Are Out. It has this frostiness to it. I showed it in a haul video. That frostiness doesn't really come across too much once you get the polish on, but it is there. Now what I am going to start with is this little piece of sponge here. This is a piece of a Conad sponge that I had cut. And what I'm going to do is show you how I do this first. And all that I do is I just take, this is an old bottle of Conad white, not like my new bottle. This is like super thick, super old. It's too thick that I can't use it to stamp with, but I can still use it for looks like this. And I just brush this across here like this. And this is just kind of a little neat effect underneath the colors, and I'm going to demonstrate here. I just take this and I just kind of hit anywhere, just touch. Let's see, sorry about that. Okay, I just touch anywhere, just a little smattering, just kind of hit and miss there, and I'll do that on this one as well. And usually I have my hand turned towards me, but it doesn't matter where you hit, just anywhere. Just for that little smattering of white. Now, again, this is the Conad white polish, and this is a very old, very goopy bottle. My pink one is not old, but I like to use these because they are more pigmented than a nail polish. Now, what I did with the hearts that last time, I said that I used white, and then I put lavender polish on top. So I'm going to do the same thing right here. And I just put this on so that the sponge soaks a little bit of it up. And we're going to do the same thing, except for I'm going to try to hit other areas. And you can even go a little on top of the white. And that's all I do for that. Now the next thing I do is I take my glitter polish, the OPI one, called Pirouette My Whistle, because even though this is a glitter, it's more so of a clear glitter. As you can see, I have on one coat here, and you don't really see it, but it does give it a little shimmer. I'm going to fan my hand just a little bit, because when I put this on, it's going to kind of blend the colors. Kind of like, well, you can't really see that, but it's going to blend the colors. I'll show you. Now, I have said that I like to use fairy dust a lot, and I would use fairy dust over this look, but this polish takes quite a while to dry, anywhere from 45 to 55 minutes, and I don't know why, even a thin coating of it. So that's why I use this last, and I did not use this to get this look here, but I will get on with this for you. I just brush it off. I just use a normal amount, just enough, and this is what we do. See, and this, all this does, it just blends in that color to the polish, so it kind of looks like it's inside the polish. And this is what I meant by fading in just a little bit. You can kind of see the streaks, not a lot, but it just blends it in. Now, again, this is the OPI Pirouette My Whistle. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stamping plate, and I'm going to use my Conad Gold Black polish. Now, as I said before, this does stamp black, but it looks goldish in the bottle. And this is just not as stark as the black. And I'm going to try to be careful. We're going to do this design right here. And I'm going to do that on this hand because this takes a little bit to dry too. It doesn't take a long time. It just takes about 10 minutes. So all we're going to do is we're going to take this black. And I'm going to put it on that plate there. Okay. I'm going to stamp. I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to put that along this finger right here. And that is what we got right there. And see, you got that nice little background. Now this part's going to be tricky because I see the ace tone that I need I have behind my phone. And I don't want to flip my phone over. So I'm going to use this. I think I'm going to do a video about some things people love that I don't. And if any of you have products that others love that you don't, I'm going to do like a tag for that because I think that would be interesting. Because there are a lot of things, like these little things that I'm using right now to clean my plate off. I don't like them. It says that they're lint-free, and they're not really lint-free. And a lot of people love them. I mean, they're fine if you're not doing something, you know, where you don't have to worry about lint on your nails. But they're too thin, they're not thick enough, they're not lint-free, and if I don't use enough remover, they leave a white tinge on the tip of this stamper. Now, we're going to do the last one here. Well, I'm sorry, two more. But I think this is just a nice thing to do with your polish when you just want to put a little bit of kick to your manicure. It just gives you something underneath there, and it kind of looks like you went somewhere and you had it done when you just blended the colors yourself. Okay. There we go. I'm going to try to angle this one. Okay. And that's what I've got so far. Now what I'm going to do really quickly is behind this phone I have my Zoya Remove Plus, that pump bottle. And I'm just going to put a little bit on this Q-tip here. And if you can see that, I'm just going to try to clean up these areas here to get that black polish off of there. And I won't go too far down in there. But we're going to put the top coat on, and that's going to be the end of this look. So I'll try to hold this so you can see it. Now, and again, what we used here was the Pueen 16 image plate. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Sèche Vide, and I wanted to say, I know I've probably said this before, but I know a lot of people either love Sèche Vide or hate Sèche Vide. I love it for nail stamping. But if you find that it gets thick towards the end, which I like it when it gets about right here, I can deal with it like that. But they have a product called Restore, and it costs the same as the polish. I know in some places Sèche Vide is as high as $10, but where I live at, it is $5.99. And when I do my first giveaway, I plan to give away a bottle of Sèche Vide along with a bottle of Restore. And you just put some drops of that in there, and all that does, Sèche Vide claims that you shouldn't use any polish thinner. You should use theirs, but of course they're going to say that because that's their sister product. But it is really, really good, and I'm able to use my Sèche Vide all the way down. So here is the finished look, and I hope that you can see that okay. I know my phone isn't the best camera in the world, but you got that nice little pattern at the back, and you just add a little bit of pizzazz to your nail design. So that is it, and I wish everyone a great evening, and until the next time, and hopefully you try this if you're not already doing it. It just gives a little nice spin on your manicure. So everyone have a great evening, and I look forward to your next videos.